Hey, I'm Whitney Brock and welcome to my studio. This episode, The Commission. It's all about being commissioned to do a piece of art, a painting. One of my favorite things. First of all, it's already sold. It's in the bag. It's just already a done deal. But as a bonus, it's very flattering to be picked, to be chosen as the one that is going to bring somebody's idea or vision to full fruition through a painting. Wow. That could be a little scary too, because you got a lot of expectations. You got to please, not just for yourself anymore. This was a unique commission, and it started off 4 months ago with Lucas, aka Lucy. And Lucy's story was this. He contacts me wanting me to do a painting for his wife, Brandy, for their 1-year wedding anniversary. Their story, their love, they're young, it was just the sweetest. And this was his go-to gift for an anniversary, for a first anniversary. I was a little blown away by that. It wasn't jewelry. So the more I listened, he had some ideas. He wanted me to capture a moment from the day they got married, their wedding day. And he sent me some pictures. It was the sweetest thing ever. I'm a little sappy, but it was getting me. So after I heard what he wanted and I kind of knew what the project would probably entail, then the negotiations started. Now, negotiations on commission pieces are often tough. It's not always easy. I gotta sell myself. I have to sell my worth. I gotta do the old elevator pitch thing. It's difficult for some artists to do this. So it is helpful to have a website that not only shows your technique and styles and maybe sizes that you typically work in, but more importantly, maybe show some prices, give them an idea what they're looking at. Well, Lucy had no idea, which comes the tough part. So we had gone through texting up till this point, and I thought, well, I'll throw him out a price that I feel is good and fitting with this project. It took Lucy, I think, a moment to recover from that. It was clearly not in his budget for this particular gift. Now, I could have lost my new patron wannabe at that point, but I quickly and swiftly tried to educate him on the process. We talked about the value, exactly what he's paying for. That led to the discussion about perceived value. And that means, this guy over here might think something's worth $1 million, and the little guy over here might think it's not worth squat. So perceived value, it's a personal thing. And Lucy, has involved me in a very personal project. This is him and Brandy on their wedding day. So it's going to be high value to them. So after going back and forth, we did agree upon a price that was fair, that we were both comfortable with. And then we had to discuss the terms. So the terms are basically how you're going to get paid, when you're going to get paid. And I discussed with him the need for me to have money up front to even block out the calendar time. So at that point, I was 2 months out busy. So he agreed on that and also agreed to give me the money up front for all the initial startup material fees. So that initial installment was made at a meeting at my studio where we went ahead and discussed the plan. I had a sketch done that would give us we're not talking in the air because that's really difficult without something to look at. So back and forth, we gave our thoughts. We kind of refined the design well enough to where I could get started when I could on my calendar, as far as it was going to allow. So I also told him that I would keep him very much informed along the way with Timelapse. So he felt like he was here being a part of the process. And that was a lot of fun, because he got more and more excited as more time-lapse came along, and I was thrilled with his excitement, and it actually made me more excited to just push through to get this thing done so we could do an unveiling. So let's look at the time-lapse. I start off here blocking in over a toned canvas. No detail right off the get-go, just getting it all blocked in. I can already see there's a lot of green. It might be a potential problem. So as I'm going along, I'm trying to think, I might need to add in a lot of sienna, actually. I added in the tree in the foreground from the original scene to have some balance in the composition. There you see I'm adding in a lot of sienna. No detail in the background, even when it's done. To create depth, you really don't want to see any detail. You wouldn't be able to see a leaf on a tree that far away. So I'm vaguely getting in the background. And then the little barn, had a lot of fun with that. I added in more detail into that. I also cooled it way down because I wanted it to have a nice temperature contrast between the warmth of the grass. And then when the grass is still pretty vague there too. Not a lot of detail, not one little blade of grass here and there until the foreground. Lucy's presence here is vital. Very strong position he has to hold for the composition and harmonize in. With the gray tuxedo, I added in a little more blue to that gray to harmonize with the barn so that the composition as a whole was stronger. When it came to her dress, I was a little concerned. It was going to be tough. We're talking layers of sheer fabric with lace. Oh my goodness. It went surprisingly well, blocking in the flow, her position, the way it draped, and then overlaying the lace went super, super well. I really enjoyed painting this part of it. You see the tree in the foreground, I've left where their hands are going to become a part of the roots as they're holding hands as they begin their life together. I added in some wildflowers just for a touch of romance. Now, this is when I stopped sending Lucy updates. I really wanted to have the skin, them come to life, the look, the gaze into each other's eyes to be seriously a part of his unveiling, for him to be surprised. Lucas, it is so good to see you again.
Yes,
this has been an awesome project.
Can't wait to see it.
The unveiling, it's right here. It's right here. I'm so excited, and I am a little bit nervous, but I wanted to say to you that this project has been very special to me. And at the risk of being old and sappy, the world is full of hate right now, and it's every turn is just really a struggle to stay joyful. And this project, because it was based on love, has been just really awesome to me. And while I've been painting, I've just been smiling, and it's just really been an awesome journey. So I want to thank you for that. Well, okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I want to see this.
Okay, here we go.
Wow. Wow.
What do you think?
That's amazing.
Well, that's a great reaction.
That's amazing.
Is there anything you see that needs changing or anything that needs to be added?
No.
No?
This is great. This is a lot better. I didn't even imagine this. Wow.
All right. So just to ask you, you're a very young person. This is your first real introduction to being a patron of the arts. So as far as value and the experience that you had in getting me to paint this, what are your thoughts on that? Was it a great idea now that it's come to an end?
Definitely seeing this come to life it's been worth every bit of it. I had no idea about what art is, and to see an idea that I had and give it to you, and it comes out like this, it's everything. It's more than I imagined.
That's great.
This is great.
Oh,
This is great.
See, this is why we do it. Commission pieces are special. They're a little nerve-wracking because, like you said, it's your vision. It was your moment. I can't consider this a portrait because I didn't have you sit for this. You and Brandy already had your moment. The photographer captured it. It was my job to make it art.
Yes.
So, so thank you for letting me have this experience with you.
All the thanks is to you. You've made a first anniversary gift truly come to life.
Well, now the next step is to present it to Brandy. So
Yeah.
let's see how that goes.
What are you doing? What is this? You don't want my car?
We're not selling the car.
Actually, I do. I really do want the dog.
You can have the car. What is this?
Well, it's a little early, but considering the circumstances, how everything is, I wanted to do something special for our first anniversary.
Okay.
Every anniversary is special, but I figured the first one I might try and do something a little extra.
Okay.
And considering we made it a year, I wanted to do something completely special. And she didn't just redo a moment. She completely
You paint something?
She completely made a moment. And her own little twist on it completely made this thing. And I have a new appreciation for art and artists and what she does, because I put her through a lot to get it done.
I don't doubt that. He's indecisive.
But this is great. This is amazing. So
Okay.
happy anniversary.
Oh. It's so pretty. You painted it? It's so pretty.
This is so great. I did.
Oh. I don't usually cry. That is so pretty. Oh.
So you like it?
I love it. Oh my gosh, that is
The hands in the
So
tree
that's-
y'all are rooting your
that
lives
for a ring?
together.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh. That is amazing. Thank you.
Oh, dude, that was so gross.